All right, guys. Hey, it's Jesse here once again. I got another training for you. I'm going to talk with you about the Local Legends marketing methodology and the strategy behind our philosophy when it comes to building trust and credibility in the marketplace, streamlining your lead generation and customer acquisition process, and really leveraging your expertise in order to help streamline the sales and marketing processes within your organization. So not everybody wants to be well known and or the face of their company when it comes to a brand. But for those of you that do, I have a simple 5-step framework that you can follow in regards to creating trust and credibility in the marketplace, being perceived as the expert in X, whatever it is, whatever industry that you're in, and inevitably utilizing that in order to help streamline the sales and marketing process. We follow a simple framework in regards to creating this that covers 5 different areas. One's client targeting. 2 is offer creation. 3 is media planning and production. 4 is ad strategies and simplifying the online advertising process. 5 is retargeting, rehooking prospective clients who haven't said yes to you as of yet, and reminding them and re-enticing them to buy your products and services, keeping your business and brand front of mind. And then inevitably accelerators, measuring your performance, testing the marketplace as rapidly as you possibly can, and doing that over and over again. So that's what we're going to cover today. I'm going to give you a high level view, give you my notes in regards to training. I've done this training several times before, which talks about those 5 areas, and the bonus training on our growth accelerators and how to really measure your progress when you're talking about setting up advertising online, what that looks like from a conversion standpoint, and really what you should be thinking about with all of your online advertising, whether it's organic reach and or your paid advertising efforts. So I'm going to go ahead and jump here and talk with you a little bit about client targeting and why it's incredible at Razor Sharp Networks. And for the past 10 plus years, we've been helping our clients optimize their online environment and also automate some of the biggest challenges facing their organizations, including lead generation, customer acquisition, and customer re-engagement, or customer retention, as we like to call it. And we've created some really effective ways in order to automate the lead generation process and customer acquisition process, and then also automate the customer re-engagement process, or the customer retention process on the back end of your sales and marketing system. So for those that are in business and are trying to tackle those challenges, you're in the right place. What I'm going to do is give you an introduction to the Local Legends marketing methodology, which is our simple 5-step framework in order to create trust and credibility online, build rapport, and also add value to the marketplace prior to people choosing to do business with your organization. If you're thinking about ways that you can support your sales and marketing efforts, this is a fantastic way to do it, because it's a simple to follow process that gives you the ability to kind of refine your message and put your message in front of the right person at the right time, so that you can increase your likelihood of success. And I'm going to jump into the first step in the Local Legends marketing methodology. And this has to do with client targeting. And for those of you who don't know there, we call it our dream customer. Really getting clear about who it is that we want to target is incredibly important before we go out there and formulate a strategy in regards to how we're going to target them, or how we're going to attract them to our offers. The first step in this is to get focused on who it is that you're targeting by creating a buyer persona and or an avatar that would encompass what your dream customer looks like. And the more you can niche down on this, the more effective that it becomes for your organization. And niching down, in addition to refining your communication and giving you the ability to communicate directly to your target market, what it does is it also gives you an opportunity to charge more for your product and services. I was listening to a training the other day, and it was talking about the power of niching and how niching down can give you the ability to charge more for products and services. And I'll give you an example of that. Let's say that you sold online, you sold a service like a sales training course, and you were a sales organization, and you said, oh, I'm going to sell sales training 101, right? So that's a very broad product. It's not very nichey. And sales training, there's a lot of gurus out there that sell sales training. So selling head to head against people that are in sales training can be incredibly challenging unless you're well known in the marketplace, unless you've already got a business and brand. Trying to sell sales training to the marketplace can be incredibly challenging. And what it does is it creates a commodity based product for you, which you'll probably only be able to charge a very low cost associated with that and try to increase the conversion and or the value to conversion ratio. And this can be incredibly challenging. So you can actually refine that a little bit more. You would charge potentially $9.95 for sales training. If everybody was going to apply for that, could be a home run if you're a guru. If not, it would be very, very challenging. So let's say that you did outbound sales training. So for people that were focused on outbound sales training and or cold calling, how to convert, customer more effectively utilizing cold calling for outbound sales. A little bit more nichey, your $9.95 product, you might be able to kick it up and get some success when it comes to selling that product to salespeople who are actively pursuing outbound telemarketing and or sales calls. So that would be a way to niche down that product. You could even niche down it even further. You could say outbound sales training for people in the mortgage industry. Let's say outbound sales training for mortgage professionals. We might take our $9.95 product, put a really great hook on there, out there and sell that for $4,995 or $495, something like that. You might want to niche down even further and say we're going to do outbound sales training, or this is B2C sales training. Since we're selling mortgage, we shifted from B2B to B2C. So outbound B2C training for busy mortgage professionals doing refis. So you're getting even more and more niche down. You might be able to sell that for, $9,997, because what it does is it gives you the ability to refine your messaging. It gives you the ability to refine your target. And it also makes it more valuable to the end user that's reading your messaging, because if you can relate to them specifically in regards to that messaging, you could actually charge more. You could say, hey, outbound sales for B2C mortgage professionals that want to increase conversions of refis by 50% or by 150%. That would be a hook that would give you the ability to niche down and charge more for your product. But this is one of the reasons why it's incredibly important for you to niche down on who it is that you're targeting, because it actually gives you the ability to A, refine your messaging, and B, charge more for your products and services because they are specialized to a specific group of people. In addition to this, what it can do is it can niche out your competition. So from a competitive standpoint, what you can do is you can get really fined on who, what, when, where, and why, and get niche down in each one of those domains and get really specific. And what this will do is it'll niche out your competition. So that's one of the additional benefits of, really your targeting and the research that's going to go into who it is you're targeting, how you're going to formulate your strategy in regards to automating your lead gen and customer acquisition process. In addition to that, it'll give you the ability to build out a bigger referral network, because there's going to be people that service your customers that aren't competitors of yours if you're niched down. So if you're niched down into a specific segment of the marketplace, there's going to be people that already have those customers that you can become referral partners with. Now, if you're very broad in regards to sales training, it's very challenging to find people that have your customers that are in sales and or marketing training that you'll be able to go out there and partner with from a referral standpoint. So reaching down can give you the ability to build a referral network much more effectively and find people that service your dream customers already, which can be an incredibly powerful way to accelerate your growth when it comes to your business. So, and the fourth and final advantages to niching down is it gives you the ability to target your advertising. So you can look at demographic information, you can look at affinity, you can look at keyword searches, you can look at all kinds of different, connections in regards to channels, videos that they watch, specific when it comes to search terms and things of that nature. From an advertising standpoint, targeting and niching down into a very refined group can reduce your ad costs and give you a more targeted group when you're talking about paid advertising as well. So it's important for client targeting to be the first step in your strategy. And it'll give you the ability to refine your searches. It'll give you the ability to refine your targeting when it comes to paid advertising. It'll give you the ability to refine your messaging so that you can get it out there in front of the right person at the right time, because business is hard enough as it is. You might as well do things that are going to give you an unfair advantage in the marketplace. And this is one of the things that I had challenges on, because most of us as business owners and entrepreneurs, we set our target on, very high level niche. We set it on, anybody in the health or finance industry or wealth, and or what was the other niche? There's one other niche that is kind of a high level niche product, but high level niche in regards to classification. But I think it's health, wealth, and it'll come to me later on and I'll share it with you. But those are high level niches and can be very, very challenging from a marketing standpoint. So to get clarity on who it is that you're targeting, understand what challenges that group is trying to overcome, and then go to work in regards to formulating the most effective way for them to overcome those challenges that can reduce the amount of resources that need to be put towards resolving those challenges. Meaning that if you can reduce the amount of time and or money associated with resolving those challenges for your target market, then you're going to be well on your way to creating a successful strategy when it comes to building trust and credibility and formulating your messaging to help support your sales and marketing efforts. So once we understand who we're going to target, then we move on to how is it that we're going to target them. And the first step in this is offer creation. I believe offer creation is probably one of the most important steps in the process when you're talking about formulating your strategy. And creating winning offers is a really refined art form. If you're doing what everybody else is doing in the marketplace, the reality of it is you're probably going to be competing head to head. And if you're not creating a category or one where all roadsides online point to you and your offers, then you're going to be competing in a commoditized marketplace. Meaning that if you look out there into your market and you see that your product and or service or process is able to be found across the entire marketplace, then you haven't positioned yourself with the important aspect of business. And the most important aspect of business and marketing is being able to clearly define and differentiate your business, your process, your product, and your service from your competition. what makes you different and significant in the marketplace is the difference between just selling head to head in a commodity based and really creating a winning offer that can go out there and dominate your market. So offer creation, the key ingredient with creating a really significant offer is making sure that you have a target market that is hungry for your offer, that you're super clear about what it is that their challenges are, and you're able to overcome those challenges. I actually listened to Alex Hormozy the other day, and he was talking about offer creation and the fact that he was listening to his professor at business school, and he was asking the class, what's the most important part of an offer? They said pricing, they said product, they said all kinds of different things. And when they finally exhausted all of their guesses, the professor said it is the target or the market. Because if you have a starving crowd and you're selling hot dogs out in front of a Coliseum or something like that, you're going to sell out every single time, even if you're high priced and your product is not the best in the marketplace. Having or making sure that you pick the target and you put your offer in front of them at the right time is the key differentiator between a successful offer and an offer that just is so-so and or fails. So having that starving crowd and being able to put your offer in front of them. Again, think about it. A bunch of drunk people coming out of a Coliseum after a baseball or basketball game or something like that, and you have a hot dog vendor on the side of the sidewalk with high pricings and or not the best hot dogs in the world and or standard hot dogs. We've probably all been there if we have experienced any amount of time to a Major League Baseball game or something like that, and have really purchase that product. Start or making sure that you pick the right target market. There is some characteristics associated with target market. You want to make sure that the market is growing. You want to make sure that they're hungry for your product or service. You want to make sure that they have the money that you want to charge for your product and service, meaning that they have disposable income. And you want to make sure that you're able to charge what it is that your product's worth. Again, making sure that you pick the right target is an incredibly important part of the process when you're talking about formulating your sales and marketing strategy. Because step two in the actual offer creation process is being able to charge what it's worth. And again, I talked a little bit about this when we talked about picking your market and really niching down into who, what, when, where, and why they're going to purchase your product and service. And being able to charge what it's worth is really dependent on how far you can niche that product down and whether or not it resonates and communicates to your target market. Again, if you're selling sales training, very broad product, you probably can't charge a whole lot of money for that. But if you're selling sales training for B2C salesmen that are in the mortgage industry that are working on closing refis or increase their close rate on refis by 300%, then that's a sales training that talks to a specific group of people, and you can probably charge more if you incorporate some of the other things that are they're part of a good offer. And so that's incredibly important for you to consider, is whether or not you're able to charge what it's worth. And the reason that you can be able to charge what it's worth is all going to be based off of whether or not your target market has the money that you need that it is, not something that's just manufactured. Make sure that you build in guarantees, whether that's price guarantees, service guarantees.
Recording in progress.
and or any other type of guarantees that would assure that your customers or reduce the amount of risk that your customer has to do, the amount of risk that your customer has. Then that could be part of your offers, making sure that it has risk and reward associated with it. The more value that you build in your customer's mind, the less they have to be concerned about purchasing your product and or service. The more you guarantee what it is that you're delivering, the more you can move it into a non-commoditized, value-driven offer as opposed to a commoditized, price-driven offer. You never want to be selling on price because there is no benefit associated to selling on price unless you are the lowest priced provider in the marketplace. I think it was Sam Walton who said, or Charles Munger who said that there's no benefit associated with being or having the low price unless you are being second when it comes to low price. You must be the low price leader if you're selling on price. If not, you have to sell on value, and you have to utilize things like scarcity and guarantees in order to reduce the amount of risk associated with your offer. So that has to do with building out offers, which is the step 2 of the Local Legends marketing methodology, is making sure that you have a grand slam and or winning offer that incorporates all those things. You must have the right target market, a market that's growing. They must be hungry for your product. You must clearly identify what it is, what challenge that you solve for them, right? In an effective way. Yeah, they need to have the money that it's going to require to purchase your product. And, they can't, be college students that you're looking to sell multi-thousand-dollar product to in order to solve some challenge for them, because most of the time college students don't have a tremendous amount of money, so that is the offer creation product process at a high level, making sure that you have clearly defined and or grand slam winning offers or offers that are too good to be true, is an important part of the process. They say that what you want to do is put together an offer that people would be, that they don't understand how it is that you're providing so much value for the actual cost itself. So, and this has to do with the way that you position it and how you can build that out. If you want to get more access to offer creation and some training, some deeper dives into that, go ahead and connect with us on YouTube. There's a lot of more deep dives into offer creation and that process. The third step in regards to the Local Legends marketing methodology is media planning. And media planning can be an incredibly powerful part in regards to building trust and credibility with your target market. And this is a great way to add value to the conversation even before they decide to do business with your organization. So media creation we have a simple to follow media plan where we originate content around the work we do, the customers we serve, and educating our dream customers. For example, I'm taking clients through our Local Legends marketing methodology on a regular basis. And what we do is we walk them through the process of building trust and credibility so that they can streamline their lead generation and customer acquisition process. In addition to that, it gives us the ability to raise their level of expertise or the perception of expertise in their clients or prospective clients' minds. Now, the reality of it is media shapes people's perception, but what most people don't realize is that we get to create the media on a regular basis. So whatever you put out into the marketplace is generally what the perception of your business brand, your process, your product, and or service is going to be. So creating media on a regular basis and following a simple to follow media plan can be incredibly powerful. Now, what we do with all of our clients is we encourage them as they produce media to, build on the content that they're creating, meaning that they create trust, they're creating rapport with people, but they're all also developing curiosity and mystery associated with what it is that they're delivering. And it can be a process that you follow on a regular basis as far as media planning. The framework covers how to create, how to engage, educate, and excite. So it's a process where you're going out and creating media on a regular basis. You're engaging people, you're educating them about what it is that you're doing, and you're exciting them about what it is they can achieve if, you know, they follow your process, purchase your product and or service. So this is how you would create trust and credibility and build rapport with people that you haven't done business with. Again, if you have a sales and marketing process, media production can be a fantastic way in order to develop that and add value to prospective clients before they even decide to do business with your organization. So it can become an incredibly powerful process. Next, what that media will do, content that you need in order to market to your dream customer. If you're consistently producing content on a regular basis around the work you're doing and really documenting your customer success stories on a regular basis, and or formulating content in order to educate your dream customers, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be refining your messaging, and that messaging is going to give you the content that you're going to need in order to determine what type of ads to create that communicate directly to the outcomes that your dream customers are looking for. If you're communicating to your dream customers and the outcomes that they're looking for on a regular basis, then what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to resonate with those customers. For instance, we have an entire strategy that's built around dominating a specific marketplace and or moving into new markets, which incorporates our local marketing toolkit, which has all the software and tools and everything like that that a local owner or business owner would need in order to dominate his market. It covers an entire strategy associated with local marketing. And that would be for somebody that is targeting a specific geographic area or geo-targeting their marketing efforts. So it can be incredibly powerful if you have a framework and you have strategies that you can share with prospective customers on a regular basis in order to get them to understand the process that you follow that delivers the results or the outcomes that they're looking for. So those ad strategies, we utilize the HERO framework and ad strategies that give us the ability to communicate that on a regular basis. And those ads are really designed around building lead gen or lead magnets to put people into our lead generation funnels. So those ad strategies might communicate the outcomes associated with what our clients are looking to achieve and communicate them very effectively when it comes to the hooks. And building out those ad strategies are something that you can get access to through the Local Legends marketing methodology and going through our ad strategy framework. Now, once you create ads and you've actually drawn people into your organization and you're looking to develop rapport with them over time, what you want to do is continue to put your business and brand in front of them. So the fifth step associated with the Local Legends marketing methodology, building trust and rapport, streamlining that lead gen and sales and marketing process, is what you want to do is you want to rehook your contacts, because not everybody's going to buy with you the very first time they come in contact with your business and brand. So what you want to do is you want to have a strategy that keeps you omnipresent, keeps you in front of people on a regular basis. And this will give you the ability through retargeting, where you can drop pixels and or tracking codes into people's browsers. And you can utilize retargeting in order to keep your messaging in front of people on a regular basis. So in order to accomplish that, what you can do is utilize kind of middle of the funnel type of messaging. And this will give you the ability to rehook, remind and re-entice and or entice people with your products and services if they haven't purchased from you as well. Now, in addition to that, what you'll want to do is you want to make sure that you utilize the retargeting process in order to segment people based off of their industry, based off of where they're at in your funnel. and make sure that you give them the ability to engage with you on their terms, making sure that they don't have to worry about where they're at or what it is that they're doing. But reminding them of the reason that they initially came into your funnel, right? The initial reason that they came in was generally for a desired outcome or some type of challenge that they were facing that potentially your lead magnets gave them the ability to overcome. So at this point, what you'll do is you'll start to overcome utilizing your retargeting campaign, overcome some of those objections that they might have or limiting beliefs. And you'll be able to handle those objections in those retargeting campaigns, because you'll have to remember that through retargeting, they haven't made the decision to buy from you yet. Inevitably, at the end of the day, what you want to make sure that they do is make a purchase or a buying decision. You can support that with your ad strategy and giving them access to what it is that you're up to and the strategies that you're performing. You can utilize customer review videos and also customer review supercuts in order to reinforce trust and credibility through your buying process. And then you can also utilize you can reduce the amount of friction associated with doing business with you by streamlining the process or the outcome you're looking to generate with your organization. So once you get that process in place and you get it set up correctly, what'll happen is you'll be able to build out an entire sales process that'll encompass your lead generation process. This sales process is going to be reinforced with media that you're creating on a regular basis. It's going to have ads that support that sales process as well, that works client contacts all the way through that sales process and automation. And then it'll also have retargeting so that you can remind and re-entice your contacts in regards to your desired. If you have a desired outcome, which is scheduling appointments, what you'll want to do is make sure that they have an easy, streamlined, low friction process in order to accomplish that. If you're looking to convert people online and you'll have a lower ticket item, then you'll definitely want to send them to a landing page where they can complete that conversion process. Now, once you get the entire process set up and it's supported, you're creating trust and credibility through the media plan. You have a clearly defined message that communicates the desired outcome to your prospective clients, and you're keeping your brand, your process, your products in front of them on a regular basis. From a growth acceleration standpoint, what you want to be doing is tracking conversions and killing off ads that are ineffective, and then scaling ads that are effective on a regular basis. So the way to accomplish this is just setting up conversions in each one of your channels, making sure that you're tracking those conversions on a regular basis, and utilizing that data in order to make data-driven decisions on your sales and marketing efforts. So us is just making sure that we have the media and content that we need in order to support that process. And the Local Legends marketing methodology helps our clients build trust and credibility in the marketplace. You know, the automation is as good and the messaging we can get is as good as we can get it. What we need to do is we need to make sure that we're building trust and credibility in the marketplace, and that we have the content that we need on a regular basis in order to keep that message in front of prospective clients when it comes to their business. So that's all I have for you today. That's kind of the 10,000 foot view when it comes to our Local Legends marketing methodology. Again, it's all about building trust and credibility in the marketplace, keeping your business and brand front of mind. It starts with client targeting, refining your messaging, making sure that that is clearly defined in regards to who you're targeting, creating offers that are winners in the marketplace. Finally, our third, you want to set up your media plan and production in regards to originating content on a regular basis so you can build trust and credibility, give access or give people value before they decide to build or business with your business or your company or organization. Inevitably, you're going to utilize that as indicators into the market in order to create ads. They're going to be effective, and you'll utilize universal targeting, retargeting in order to engage, re-entice people when it comes to keeping your business and your brand front of mind. Inevitably, from a growth standpoint, you're going to want to track the entire process so that you can look at conversions. Regardless if that conversion is an appointment set and or a sale on your website, your e-commerce site, you want to make sure you're able to track the process all the way from the initial engagement through the conversions to see what is working, what is not, and inevitably cut the losers and keep the winners so that you can scale them as quickly and as rapidly as you possibly can. So that's the Local Legends marketing methodology in a nutshell. If you'd like to get more information on the individual steps, regardless if it's client targeting, offer creation, media planning, ad strategy, and or retargeting, or our growth accelerators in regards to scaling your advertising and or online marketing efforts, go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know what you thought, and we'll be happy to share a deep dive into each one of those domains so that you can continue to build trust and credibility and streamline, reduce the amount of friction associated with buying products and services from your organization, streamline your sales and marketing process, and automate your lead generation, customer acquisition, and customer retention processes. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you got some value out of that. I didn't want to go too deep into it because, again, we're about 40 minutes into this. Each one of those domains can be a rabbit hole in regards to conversation. So hopefully you got some insight into the high level view of Legend marketing methodology, the 5-step process that you'll follow in order to build trust and credibility in the market and help to reduce associated with buying your products